Well, welcome to your weekly Pluck Pull and Play video. So let's see what our magic cards want us to talk about. I was thinking about this as I was laying in bed this morning. It's really weird. My sleep this summer has been kind of in and out. And this whole idea that power is in everything and that these cards are designed to actually like pull a conversation out, right, about some aspect of life. And at the same time, it's so challenging to have it really meet you where you are. But that's really my goal. I talk about these. So let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, we got hobbies again. Isn't that wild? I think we got that a while back. I don't remember what I say from one time to the next, but here's the card. And I just would say to you, do you have hobbies? And it's funny because I think I don't really like the word. And the reason is it makes it seem like it's a less essential aspect of life. And the older I've gotten, the more I realize that every single part of our existence, to be a full circle human being, to be someone who has multi dimensions to us, right? This idea that we have these extra things that are not part of our like making a living, or they're not part of having to keep life going on an everyday basis, that these are the things that help us remember that there's a creative being inside of us. There's some aspect of who we are that is needing expression and needing to find itself on the page. I'm actually going to show you this because, as I'm going through my medical stuff right now, I've been trying to do just some processing. So I pulled my crayons out. I didn't feel like quilling. And I pulled out my crayons and, I'm working on imagery around, the cancer treatments. And so maybe that's why we got hobbies again, because that's really at some level you could say I'm working in that. I have one other thought I would add. Doing them with other people is a very cool thing. And I've done a couple of art nights where people come over and we just do quilling, or we do collaging, which is actually what you see here. Is I've done a lot of collaging over time. So yeah, also lots of stuff here, right? Um, and when we all get together, and I think, you think about women's circles like knitting circles and that kind of thing. It's the shared experience of being human that reminds us that we're actually, what do I want to say, full enough to handle our lives. And that's the part, right? Life takes chunks out of us, or life plucks pieces that really make us feel like we're not going into every single day as fully expressed as we could. And I find that doing hobbies together or getting connected in those moments where we're creating something, even getting together, like the Christmas cookie, where families come together and all do Christmas cookies. It's like you get all that social, but even the word social now doesn't really quite do it justice because it's such a replenishment. And of course, when you're in those, there is a time to practice with how am I actually bringing my power? What is it that I'm actually sharing in the space? And how am I encouraging somebody else to have power, the people that I'm sharing it with? The last thing I'll say, I saw a quote as I was scrolling through social media or something that said the real goal of any given moment is that somebody leaves feeling fuller than they came. And I think fullness, I could talk about what does that really look like in someone, but it is a place where you are present, not caught up, right, in a lot of emotional material that's dragging you away from the moment, and that you have a sense of possibility, you have a sense of I can handle this agency that we're looking for, and you're present to other people all at the same time. So on that note, let's keep thinking that maybe this is the summer when either you're supposed to find a hobby, maybe we go back to a hobby. I've been longing to sew for a while. And maybe it's about sharing all of that with somebody else.